Hello students, the diagram shows y is equal to mod of fx, where fx is a cubic function. We have to find the possible expressions for fx. Now, writing such a type of cubic function, we can write y is equal to plus minus a. Now, as we can see that this point is minus 2, so we can write x equals to minus 2. So that literally means that x plus 2 will be one of the factors of this expression. So we can write x plus 2 over here. Again, we can write x equals to 1 for this point. So that means x minus 1 will be the other factor. So you can put x minus 1 over here. And for again x equals to 3, we can say that x minus 3 will be the other factor. So we have put x minus 3 here. So now we have to calculate the value of a. So to calculate the value of a, we'll use this point, that this is a point on y-axis. So that means the value of x should be 0 over here and y equals to 24. So if I'm putting that value over here, so I got 24 and that's equals to plus minus a. If I'm putting x as 0 over here, so I got this as 2. This is 6. So the value of a that I got is equals to 4. So if I place that value over here, so the cubic equation that I got should be 4 into x plus 2 into x minus 1 and x minus 3. So if I go by the marking scheme of this, for writing this plus and minus sign, you get a mark for this. Now to calculate the value of a correctly as 4, you get another mark for this, and then writing the entire expression correctly, you get another mark. So this is how the 3 marks for the total questions is divided. Now, moving on to the second part of the question. B part 1. On the axis below, sketch the graph of y is equal to mod of 2x plus 1 and the graph of y is equal to modulus of 4x minus 1. So if I'm drawing those and clearly indicating the coordinates of the point where the graph meets the coordinate axis. So if I go for this, if I'm drawing the modulus graph for the equation mentioned over here, which is 2x plus 1. So we'll do it like this. So we'll put y is equal to 2x plus 1. So we'll put 2x plus 1 equals to 0. So we got x as equals to minus half. So minus half will be the center over here for this graph. And we'll draw a V-shaped curve from here because this is a modulus function, so it will not go below the y-axis. Now, if I'm talking about this is my x point, so if I want to get the y point, so it's a point on the y-axis, so I'll put x equals to 0. So that means I got y equals to 1. So that means if this is a point which I got as y equals to 1, so if I'm drawing a V-shaped curve, so it will be like this across this point. Now, for the second equation, they have given y is equal to modulus of 4 of x minus 1. So that will do the same thing again. So that means we got 4 of x minus 1 equals to 0. So we got x equals to 1. So the curve will be centered at x equals to 1 here. And again, if I put x as 0, so it will be centered at minus 4 in that case, but since it's mod, so it will be cutting the axis at 0.4 over here. So from here, we'll draw a V-shaped graph like this, and that's the correct answer for B part 1. Now, moving on to the marking scheme. To getting the 2 V's correctly, you get 1 mark, and getting for each coordinate x and y values, you get a mark each. So that's how the marking scheme of this question works, and you get a full 3 marks. Now, moving on to the B part 2, it says that find the exact solutions of modulus of 2x plus 1 equals to 4x minus 1. So we can write 2x plus 1 is equals to 4x minus 4. We just open the brackets. So the value that we got is 2x equals to 5 or x equals to 2.5. So that's one of the answers that we got from here. Now again, we can write it as 2x plus 1 equals to minus of 4 into x minus 1. So if I open the bracket, so I got 2x plus 1 equals to minus 4x plus 4. So we got it as 6x equals to 3, or x equals to half, or 0.5. So that's the other answer for this question. So you get, the marking scheme says writing this expression correctly, you get 1 mark. 1 mark for this answer. Again, writing this expression correctly, you get 1 mark, and 1 mark for this. This is how you score full 4 marks in this question. Thank you, students.